Alrighty, how is everyone today? I'm just going to copy and pin my link. Have that much done. Just give me a minute here, guys. Bear with me while I do this. My channel, videos. Sorry if you get some reverb, I'll volume down. Chat. Hi, Urban Garden. How you doing? Just give me a second. I'm trying to pin. I'm trying to pin my comments. There we go. Trying to get some stuff set up. Alright. I'm good now, I think. I think I am anyway. How you doing? What's new? Feel free to join the panel if you like. I just gotta watch for the little red dot, because I do have a tendency to miss that. Volume up. There we go. Now, back to my old tricks again. So I decided to pop on here for a little bit before, because Dave is going to have a live coming up in about 2 hours, actually. So I got a bit of time. So I'm right back to chopping some wood. Hi, hon. How you doing? I am going chopping wood. Yep. Yes, again. Like I said, you're more than welcome to join the panel. I'll try to keep an eye on the chat. Hi, Senior. Hi, Larry. How you doing? Good to see you. If you guys type backstep, all one word, no space, in the comments section, it should drop your link for you. Save a bit of time. Hi, Stonewolf Outdoors. How is everything? Don't mind the banging. I'm splitting a little bit of wood off, getting ready to have a fire. There you go. Perfect. See? Works perfect. One thing I have been noticing with Nightbot, and some people have been noticing, is if a lot of people type it in all at once. Hi, Lashes. If a lot of people type in at exactly the same time, it doesn't drop everybody's link. I haven't had an issue thus far with it, but if your link doesn't drop, just give it a minute and try again. That's all. Nice, nice. Well, I'm like I said, I'm getting some wood ready now. It's actually supposed to be. It's starting to rain just a very little bit, not much, but it's supposed to rain a bit here today, and we're supposed to have some possible thunder showers. So it could get kind of interesting out on my backstep. It's nice to see you all dropping in though and saying hi. Whoa, wait, I can do this with my gloves on. Perfect. That works. There we go. Let me know if it gets too loud when I'm banging for you guys. Like splitting up this wood net. I know splitting wood is gonna be a bit loud anyway, but if it gets too loud, I can't always mute my mic for a minute while I'm doing some of it. Yeah, I'm gonna get a little fire going here now. As soon as I get this stuff ready, and then I'm going to make a little something to eat while I'm here with you guys. I got something a little bit different to make out here on my step today, and I'm actually going to be cooking it twice. Yep, cooking it twice because I am going to. Why is this not? Hang on a second, guys. Sorry. I'm going to be cooking it with you guys here now, and I'm also going to be cooking it a little later on Dave's channel as well. Okay, yeah, I think everything is up and running good. I haven't noticed myself watching out at any point. I noticed, like I did on one of my streams before, it was almost like it was just loading all the time, but that seems to have worked itself out pretty good. So I'm happy about that. Just hit your milestone of 1 full year outdoors. Nice. 1 year full-time outdoors. Oh, nice. Didn't miss anybody, did I? Nope. Okay. Just making some really small slits here now. Around there. A couple of pieces in here with birch bark on. Grab that anyway. Use to start my fire. And it's actually rather cold here today, guys. It's only 12 degrees Celsius, so it's down in the 50s, I think. Hi, Pepperjack. How you doing? So it's rather chilly here today, so I won't mind having a fire at all today. Not in the least bit. That's a tough sucker, that one is. There we go. All this wood that I'm splitting up is all I bought it in a store. It's all hardwood, and that's why some of them are extremely hard to chop with this little axe. In fact, when I bought them, a lot of them were bigger and they were rounds and or quarter rounds even. And for mine, what I'm doing, that's a little bit too big. So what I ended up doing was I had to end up taking them out off my step. You can see it in one of my videos. I took them out off my step, and I bring out my big axe, and I split them that way. Yeah, fire bans really, really suck. It's been raining today and everything like that, so I'm good here now. And I also have my water my fire extinguisher, my drinking water. I got great big containers of water, and a 5-gallon bucket of water, and I've got lots of stuff there. Now I just noticed my YouTube linked out. Did I stop for a second and miss it, or did it just keep going? Yeah, it's always great to be able to hang your hammock. That's always a good thing. Um, Now, guys, too, like I had mentioned earlier, if you like backstep all one word, it will drop your link for you. Nightbot is set up to do that. That's about the only thing it's set up to do. So, yeah, just one word backstep all together, and it should be good. So this over here out of the way. Anybody wants to join the panel too? I do have my my StreamYard link pinned to the top of the comments there. So you're more than welcome to join me up here and tell us a bit about your channel and tell us if you got anything new going on or coming up. Like I said before, like I said all the time, everybody's always welcome on my backstep, so feel free to join, guys. Let me straighten my camera out for a bit first. There we go. I almost got enough of this split up now. Then I'm just going to make a few. Make a few little smaller pieces. Just because it's hardwood and it's great to keep going, keep the fire going. A little bit of silence. Sorry, guys. What am I going to cook today? Okay. Yeah, I missed a couple little comments there. What am I going to cook today? Okay, today I can show you now. I have got nothing fancy, a couple of little pork chops, but I've also got a can of beans to go with it, and here's the piece de resistance. Is I made fish cakes to fry up. So I have a little frying pan here. So these are going to be really good. Really good. And of course, also, I do have back my Smirnoff Ice to have with it. But that's the stuff that's on the menu for tonight. And I'm really looking forward to it. It should be very, very, very tasty. Yeah, very, very yummy. But yeah, I'm just taking some of these bigger ones now. I'm just making some little smaller splits out of them. before I even start it. Just a little bit. Holding that together real good. These are the ones that you kind of want, that they're really long. You kind of want a big axe to make a good swing at it. Although it's splitting, that bark is holding it together tight. That's okay. I should be good now anyway on wood. I've also got my I got my regular stuff with me, my dry bag full of goodies, we'll say. I got the stuff there to make the mocha, which I'm going to get going there now as soon as I get my fire up and going. Because it's not too hot here today at all, and a nice warm drink will go a long way today. I bring out my camp frying pan to fry my fish cakes in, because you can't just do them on the grill, they'll fall through. Hi Terry, how you doing? Welcome to the channel. If you want to drop your link, just type backstep, all one word, and Nightbot will drop your link for you. Where's my knife? Oh my god. There it is. It's bad when you're digging around in a backpack and you're not looking where you're digging around to. You're just trying to figure out where stuff is when you're not looking. How many of you guys do that when you're out? I do it all the time. Oh, it's gonna be really tasty once I get all this stuff going. I know it's still raining just a little bit. It's kind of hard for me to adjust everything so you can see everything, but I'm just making some little curls in the wood there now. My knees are probably in the way, are they? I can hear the rain hitting the tarp there now. So hopefully we'll get a thunder shower in here for you guys tonight. That would be rather interesting. And you can certainly feel, I can feel warm air every now and again brushing through with the cold. Yeah, that's usually the way it is for me too. When I'm digging around in the backpack, everything that I'm looking for is stuck in the very bottom. And digging around, and it's just like, where is it too? I always manages to put exactly what I'm looking for right away, is always the last thing I can find down in the very bottom of the backpack. And like I said, when I get to my camps, usually what I end up doing here lately is, as soon as I get to camp, I'll unpack everything in my backpack so that it's all out and all laying around camp, so I can just have easier access to stuff. Because I do find it hard sometimes when you're going around, especially if you're in the middle of doing a project or something. It can be a lot easier to just have everything out and laying around. Yeah, see, exactly what I'm saying. Just dump it out, gear bomb it, and say, "Oops, it fell out. I didn't dump it. It just fell that way." When I laid my pack down, everything just explodes. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Now, this should go no problem. All this wood is nice and dry. Got the really tiny ones. Got our sticks. Throw everything on the ground again. Yeah, I'm good at that. Does that with everything. Crumple my birch bark. It's not the leafy, flaky stuff. It's all mostly one big chunk. But that'll still burn good. Gotta love birch bark. And I got a lighter to light it with. Oh, fancy. I might have a lighter to light it with. There we go. And we're good to go. It's a good thing, guys, about having some dry wood at your disposal. It makes it much, much easier when you're trying to light a fire than having to go and collect and look for wood. Hey, Drunken Chef, how you doing? I'm just right, yeah. Doing the Fun River Camp next week. Sun just got out. That's gonna be nice. Get the sun out and doing them up pack now. That's great. Get them into it. That's when you give them a chair on the table. But that's great. It, been a day at work. You still at work now, or are you home? I'm doing pretty good. You see, I'm out on my step. I got my fire going. I'm getting ready to cook some food. I made some fish cakes. I got some beans and some pork chops to cook with it. First things first, I'm going to make a mocha because the first round of this that I cooked is actually not even going to be me. Oh, it's still got an hour and a half. Oh, nice. Well, that's not going to, that'll go pretty quick. Hour and a half, that won't be long. You'll be home. Then you'll probably be popping on the live with Dave. That's what I'm going to do. I just popped on here for a little bit just to get all set up and to cook some stuff for my wife. Actually, she's going to have the first round that I cooks, and I am going to have the second round I cooks, which I will cook on Dave's channel. 90. Oh my God. Yeah, not 90 here. It was warm here the other day. I think it was around 80, 70, 80, high 70s, low 80s. For us, that's warm. But here today, it's actually rather cool. It's gone down to, I think, the 50s. I'm not sure on the exact conversion, but it's like 12 degrees Celsius. So it's in the 50s, I believe it is. Yeah, Nicole loves the Dave who Dave's not here. No, he's not here. He's not here. He'll be on later though. You knows what I'm talking about. Dave Collier camping. He will be on his live after mine. I started mine now so that I could run it just before his, so I wouldn't run into his, and get everything set up like I did last time. It worked out pretty good last time I done it, so I said I'd just do it now. And I was coming out to set up stuff anyway, so it's nice to bring you guys out for a little chat net before I set up. Yeah, it is a good temperature here for out going around and doing stuff. The only problem that stopped me today it's been raining on and off for pretty much this entire week, alone today. So the last day I was set up to go, it actually rained a good bit, and I never got to go anyway. But that's just me. I don't like going in the rain. I've gone in the rain many times before. I prefer to be dry. Like my humor. Yeah, 99 is a little bit of excessive. That's around cover. Is a little bit of an excessive heat for me. Sometimes I don't know how you guys do it down there. Because I'd be suffering. I'm working. I'm a butcher too, so I'm used to working in cold rooms. And, like, there's not too many places around here now that hires butchers, so I've got a meat cutting job in a supermarket. Oh, it's really starting to rain now, though. Yeah, we might get the thunder out of it yet. But I got a meat cutting job in a supermarket, so it's always cold in that room. So when I come out into the heat, I've adjusted to colder temperatures, I think. Yep, starting to rain now. It's all good. I don't mind the rain. I'm under my tarp. I got my fire. I don't need to worry about my computer or nothing because it's all underneath here with me. Just trying to get my coffee stuff. And of course a hot chocolate. Because what's a mocha without a hot chocolate? What? Not a mocha at all, is it? One or two. I hate these filters. That's one. Sometimes it feels like it's two stuck together, and there's been times I've hauled it out to use it, and I've had two stuck together. Sorry, I don't get so chatty when I'm doing something. I tend to focus on what I'm doing, otherwise I might forget what I'm doing, and then I'll be just sitting here. It's nice to see all of you guys popping in though to say hi and to leave a like. Like I mentioned before, don't be afraid to drop your links in the chat. Don't be afraid to come up on panel anyone. I will try not to leave anyone in the basement. I'll keep an eye for the little red dot pop up. Because I don't get my notifications for some reason. I don't get an audio notification if anybody joins. All I get is a little red dot pops up on the very bottom of my screen. I need to get more coffee. I got enough for tonight, so I'm good. But I do need to refill my coffee thing again. Oh, see you, Prepper Jack. Yeah, it'll be good to see Dave's wine. Thanks for stopping in. But it's always nice to see you guys coming in and out and checking things out, seeing what I'm at. I'm hoping to get Thunder out of the calls. I really am. Thunder and Lightning, that'd be nice. Hi, Goblin Honey. How is everything? Nice to see you coming in. Ozark Hillbilly, how are you? Don't be afraid to drop your link, guys. Type backstep, one word, and that'll drop your link for you. You don't have to go searching around for it or nothing. Help everybody connect. Black Guns and Guards, hey, how's it going? How is everything up your way? There you go, perfect. Godwin Honey dropped her link. Like I said, now I got Nightbot all set up for that stuff, so it's much easier than trying to look around. That's good to hear. It's good you're doing good. I couldn't be much better than what I am here now. I got my fire going. I got the kettle on. I got some food to cook. It's been a good day thus far, and I can't wait to start getting some food in me. Gonna be a little while yet though, because I am gonna wait until later to cook my food, but I am gonna cook some food for my wife. That's good to hear. I'm glad you're having a good day. You too, good one, honey. I'm glad you're all doing well. It's really good to hear. You guys hear that? That's the joys of living next to the fish plant. I'm sorry about that. Me, I live in Newfoundland. I am as far east as you can get in North America. That's my gimmick. That's how far I throw rocks in the water, and I can throw rocks right in the Atlantic Ocean from my house. I suppose I'm commenting on the right stuff, am I? I think I might have missed a couple of little chats there, starting to move a little bit, but not bad. I'm just, let's see. Yep, okay. No, it looks like it's okay. Okay, yep. Yeah, I've actually been doing a few of my own lives here lately. Um, I wasn't never doing my own. I was always hopping in on everybody else's. But I've been working out some of the bugs and that out of it and getting into it a little bit more. And it's been going pretty good, I must say. But I've also got my link pinned to the top there. If anyone wants to come up on panel, you're more than welcome to join me. A bit of smoke in my eyes. It's okay. Deals with that with fire all the time, what? How's my feed look, guys? I'm just wondering about that because I just noticed it jumped a little bit on YouTube there for a second. I'm hoping the feed is still going good because I know I had an issue there one day before and it seemed like my feed froze. But when I restarted everything, it was actually running fine all along. Thank you. That's my wife, everybody. That's Nicole. Thanks, Black Guns and Garden. The rain keeps coming and going and coming and going, so I'm hoping that the thunder will kick in. Oh, the kettle's boiling mad. Let's get this coffee poured up now.
What?
I
have plugged them. That's why.
Oh, okay.
That's why it's better
now. Okay, thanks. Wife is going around freeing up bandwidth in the house for me. Stonewolf said hi to you. Stonewolf said hi.
Hi.
You guys can't even see what I'm doing here. I'm just pouring the hot water into my little coffee filter that I got. You don't have to do it. You could sit there and pour through the entirety of it, but I find if you just wets it down really good, and then just fills the rest of your cup up without losing your coffee in it, it soaks out like a tea bag good enough, so you don't need to worry about it. Need that because I'm gonna need some hot water later. I'll have to reboil that later. Thanks. I'm glad that my stream is running well. That's something I'm always a little bit concerned about when I'm on here. Is I always worry that the stream is not running well because I've seen it so many times and there doesn't seem to be any reasoning behind why this stream is working and that one is not. You know what I mean? It seems like it doesn't matter whose stream it is or how often you're streaming or anything like that. It's just this one is working today and tomorrow it might not be. I do usually try to free up. Like I've got a lot of stuff connected to my internet, so I try to free up some of that stuff, and that kind of helps it run a little bit smoother. That's what I'm thinking, anyway. Hey, I am good. How's it going, Tom? You're welcome to join me on my panel if you like. I got my link pinned to the top of the comments there, and if you type Backstep, all one word, it will drop your link for you so that people can find your channel and connect. I am doing good. I am. It's been a good day here so far. I'm getting nice and toasty warm from this fire going. I know it sounds funny saying that in the middle of August. In August, but that's Newfoundland weather for you. But yeah, I was saying I'm in Newfoundland, Canada. So as far east as you can get, I am right next to the Atlantic Ocean. I can literally throw rocks from my house into the water, into the ocean. It's a nice spot to live. It's a nice spot for anyone going on vacations that would like to visit around. But for me to get to the woods from my house, a lot of times it's easier to go up over this back way than it is to walk around and go to the woods that way. But it takes about, I think it takes about 2 hours walking to get to the heavily forested area. Now you could probably cut that down, but there's no real paths or nothing there to go to, so following the old paths, old time paths that nobody uses. It's 5:07 here. It's supper time. Yep. So that's what I'm gonna do there now in a minute. I'm gonna get my wife's food on. She's gonna have to come out and rain it because it's raining right now. I'm so happy I got this tarp up over me. That's for sure. I got this big canvas tarp. I got my fire going. On toasty warm now. Yeah, 101 is way up there. Oh my god. Way up there. That's in the 40s. Wow. No, that'd be way too hot here for me too. Even the 90s here would be extremely hot. Let alone getting into the hundreds. Nope. Sorry, but you can keep that. That's weather for my wife, that is. That's what that is. Look at her. That's a nice heat. Yeah. She says that until she's in it without an air conditioner. What? That's the way I see that. Yep. Oh, bear with me for a second, guys. I just want to get this axe put away because I don't like having the loose blade. Head south for the winter. That sounds like a plan too, you know. I wouldn't mind heading south for the winter sometimes myself. We gets up here and we get 4 or 5 feet of snow. That's enough of that. 95 there to gate. That's warm for you guys, isn't it? For this time of year, you're usually starting to cool off around now, ain't you? I thought you guys did. I could be wrong. I usually am about a lot of stuff. Gonna let this burn down for a little bit now, and then I'm gonna start in getting my wife's food on. But she's not having pork chops. She's just having some beans, and I love Texas. I really do. How you doing, Redneck Kings? How are you guys doing? Thanks for stopping into my live stream. If you type Backstep in the comments, it will drop your link so people can find your channel. That's Tony and Leanne. I actually won on one of their giveaways. I loved everything that I got too. Thanks, guys. That was fantastic. You guys are not looking at doing Redneck Things off grid. You really ought to be. Wow, 120, 106 with 23 humidity. Oh my God. Thanks, Tom. Thanks, I appreciate that. I really do. Give me a second, guys. I'm just draining out my coffee now so I can add my hot chocolate to it. Maybe I can do this off here. You can see what I'm doing a bit better. It's really starting to rain a bit now, guys. Water's even starting to drip off stuff. It's great seeing you all come in here and hanging out with me for a little while on my step. I really appreciate it. I do. That is a great title, isn't it? It is. I like that title too. It's so great. So that's just coffee and one of the packets of hot chocolate, and I find it mixes it just perfect. My next big feat now is going to be opening my can of beans with my new age can opener. That's the next big feat. I see so many people using those wrong though. There is a specific way to use them. You gotta go and edit some stuff, do you? You know, I actually don't mind doing my editing. I don't. And if you're looking at my videos, you know, no, hon, I got that can opener. That's fine. Um, you know that my videos are long, so there's lots of editing. But I don't. I really don't mind it. I look at it as a way to revisit what I've done while I'm out. So it's kind of like getting out again for me. Yeah, yeah. That's what that is. That's my pack can opener. I usually keep it down in the bottom of my dry bag. Oh, that's hot. And that's what I use all the time. That's just this little thing. See, so you can. Oh, my cup is in the way now. So you can see what I'm doing. And get it all the way in and pull. You see people trying to push them all the time. You gotta push it in and pull. Push it in and pull. And go all the way around the lid. Works like a charm. Yeah, a lot of people that I talk to really don't like doing editing. Um, so I can understand where you're coming from. Yeah, but not me. I don't know why. I just like it. Like I said, everybody's different. Everybody's got their own ways of doing things and their own things that they like and things that you don't like. This one does not. That's how you can tell it's a camp. Oh, that's how you can tell it's a camp one. It doesn't have the corkscrew in it. It's just the can opener and bottle opener. I do have one with can opener in it, but that's down in my kitchen drawer, I think. I've been on YouTube now. In February, it'll be 2 years. So I've been on YouTube now about 1.5 years. So not really super long or anything, but I just keep going, plugging away at it. I enjoy it, and I'm just having fun playing out of my step. So now she's gonna come eat a big lot of these beans. There we go. Close that back up. Camp closed. Getting a bit smoky here now. One side of my fire is dying now. There's a bit of bark here. Yeah, the other can openers do always break eventually. They stop working. But that little thing, it doesn't. Use a P38. It's always with you. Nice. Like I said, guys, I got my link pinned. I will try not to leave anyone in the basement. If you want to join me on panel, you are more than welcome. Get my frying pan heated up, get a little bit of butter in there. I'm not using my wooden spatula for this today, the one that I carved, because I did carve one, but it's doing these fish cakes is not going to go very good at all using a carved wooden spatula, because it's just too thick. Can I find it? I know it's in here somewhere. Maybe I'll put it in my other bag. I'm going to put it in my other pack. No, there it is. Right in the bottom again. That's the one I carved. But it's just a little bit too small for doing some of the stuff that I'm doing. 3 or 4 years on. That's cool. I can only imagine. I never thought I'd be doing it as long as what I'm doing it. Hi, Kelly. How's everybody? Thanks for stopping in. I'm just getting ready to cook up some fish cakes now. So I'm going to cook some for Nicole first, and I'm going to cook mine when I get on Dave's channel later on. Nice. You guys have fun at that meetup. That sounds like it's going to be a really good time. Thanks for stopping in, and I really appreciate you supporting my channel and everything that you guys are doing. Guys, if you do drop your link before you leave now, type in backstep, all one word, and that'll drop your link so everybody can find you. And guys, I'd recommend checking out Tony and Leanne on their channel. These guys are really great. He has some really nice question periods. It's very fun. Very fun. And it's well worth checking them out. And I have fish cakes to cook. So she's just going to have, what, 3, I think she said she was going to have? Do you want 3 or do you want 4, Nicole? I thought you said you wanted 3. 3. Okay. Fish cakes are really good. Really good. I got 5. I don't know how I'm not going to fit 5 in my little pan. You should have 4. I'm going to cook an extra one. If you don't eat it, I'll have it as a. I will have it as a pre-dinner dinner. Get them in on heat. Them sizzling up. It's gonna be good. Chef just dropped his link, guys. Check out Drunken Chef too. If you got time, I would strongly suggest sit down and watch his 24-hour live. That was such a good time. Such a good time. ASMR Poor Editing. Hi. How are you? That's an interesting channel name. How did you come up with that one? Oh, they're already starting to sizzle up. Oh, this is going to be good when it's done. I know as it is. I'm not even eating it yet. I got my pork chops to cook up too, so it's gonna be really good. So I keep this side of the fire burning while I got the other side smoldering with smoking coals. Yeah, it was. It's not something I'm going to be doing anytime soon. I don't think. I say that, but I also said I wasn't going to be on a whole lot of lives in a year, but I have been. But no, I don't think I'm going to be doing a 24-hour live stream. I'm after watching a couple now, and it is a little bit crazy, but it is so much fun, so much fun. Um, I stopped in. I think I stopped in 2 or 3 times. I think I was there in the beginning and there around middle, and I was there for the end of it. And kudos to you guys for staying up for the full 24 hours and really making a really good video out of it all. You did a 2 hour live. Was that supposed to say 24-hour live? I think that's supposed to say 24-hour live. It is. It gets like I don't know. I'm hats off to you guys, like really, because it's a long while to be out entertaining on YouTube. It really is. Wait till I gives them a flip now, guys. I don't know how you do it sometimes. Oh, 2 hours was enough. My first live that I did, I was on all by myself. I went for over 3 hours. Um, the next one I did was about 2 hours, I think, or hour and a half, something like that. And now this one here is going to be hitting on around 2 hours, I would imagine, before I get off. Never again. You says never again, but I think you'll do it again. You had a really good time. I know you did. Just not anytime soon, hey? Well, we got 7 people in here. It's nice that y'all dropped in. Never again until next time. Yep. Yep. I can see Chef doing it again. I can. We'll start a trend now the way Devil Dog did, will I? That's what roped you into it this time, wasn't it? Devil Dog got involved and you ended up on a 24-hour live. How does he manage to do that to everybody? That's what I'd like to know. Look at that, guys. Nice and golden. They won't be long. They'll be ready for you now. Hi, Rebecca. How are you? If you want to drop your link, just type backstep, all one word. Yeah, I made you a mod the last time that you were on. I got my link pinned to the top of the comments if anybody wants to hop up for a little while and say hi and talk about your channel or anything that you got going on, or just hang out on my step for a little while. It's all good. I do appreciate everybody coming in, and I do appreciate everybody hanging out with me while I'm here doing some stuff. Like I said, I always try to have a bit of fun out here. Nope. Me and Devil Dog gonna team up on you, Chef. No, I won't. Yeah, right. That's what it was. They were all on, and you put it all out there that they were staying on for 24 hours, and then they kind of paid you back, didn't they? That was your payback for getting them roped into it, wasn't it? All in good fun. All in good fun. Mom, did you bring a plate? Yep. She bring a plate. Just be in over a couple of minutes, that's all.
Yeah, just have to. I'll be right here.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I'll be right here.
She bring out her plate for hers. Oh, that one that caught on fire. That's the back. It's a great day out here at this though, guys. I got some notifications coming up blocking my view. I'm gonna get rid of those. It's no good. Yeah, Devil Dog probably, that's a lie. Devil Dog has been on 24. I've seen him on like 24-hour streams. He probably won't do his own. Hi Wade, how you doing? But you knows he's going to be, even if he doesn't do his own, you knows he's going to be on other people's, keeping them away from company. Sure, he was on with you. He was on with Belt Loop. He was on his own. Um, that's just what Devil Dog does. He gets on and helps everybody else out with little regard for his own channel, is what the way it seems. But it'd be nice to see Devil Dog pop in for a minute before we hit the next live. But he's probably still in bed. Yeah, it was a lot of good connections. My wife is Nicole, yes. Yeah, that's her.
What?
Oh, Rebecca asked if you were my wife. Yes, that's my wife.
Here's a present.
What?
Here's a present.
Oh, yeah, we got something we're sending out to you, Rebecca. So, nothing big or nothing fancy, but it's a little something. Just a little thank you for everything that you do. You does a lot of good in the community. Yeah, but that's what I noticed about Devil Dog though, is he jumps up and he jumps in to help out everybody. Oh, I would most definitely say I'm willing to bet you that if I started, and I'm not, don't do guard start putting it on your community tab or nothing. But I am not planning a 24-hour. But if I did, I'm willing to bet he would join in and keep me awake. Don't put it up, or I'll kick your butt because I'm not doing it. I will come down and find you. Or I'll just do like you did and put it off for like a year. No. No, you weren't that long. You were only a couple of months or something when you did yours, wasn't it? Oh, thanks, Rebecca. Um, I'm partial to um, like the dark green forest colors. What colors would you like to have in a wool cap? Rebecca's gonna knit you a wool cap. Pink, she said. You can go two colors, purple and pink. she likes. Thank you so much. I appreciate
Thank
that
you.
so much. So does Nicole. Like I said, see how good Rebecca is? But guys, if you're not subscribed to Rebecca Touched by Yarn, go subscribe to her channel. Go back and watch her videos. Give her lots of likes, lots of love, and lots of subscriptions because she really deserves it. She really does. You guys will love the content that she's doing because I tell you, she does a lot. She does a lot for everybody on here. Was a month. Yeah, I thought it was about a month before you did yours. I need to make a hat. I've not done that yet. No, I haven't. I haven't. I don't do wool or nothing. You want these on hair or you want a bowl?
No, it's fine. Not a lot.
No, well, I only got on for you, so. This is what she's having. I gotta keep it tipped a bit so that the beans don't run into the fish cakes. Don't take it over the computer. There you go. Now I can get the rest of mine put in the pot and just leave it and let it sit because I'm not having mine yet. Like I said, I'm gonna have mine in a little while, but I do have an extra fish cake that I am gonna have now. When all else fails, lay it on the wood pot. Yeah, don't you dare put that in your community tab, Chef. I am not doing a 24. Nope. I've just barely started doing my outdoor, my online lives, let alone now do a freaking 24-hour. You're on your mind. You heard it here first, people. I will not be doing a 24-hour live. Nope. So no matter what Chef puts on his tab, I will not be doing it. Trigger. Don't be at that. I'm gonna have to go and check out his community tab now. Just to see, make sure that he didn't put it up. Oh my god. Because I know you will. You go and check Chef's community tab on his page for me. Make sure he's not posting that. And don't tell him yes. I'm not doing a 24-hour live. Yeah, she loves when I cooks her stuff out on this. She does. She comes out and sits with me a lot of times when I'm out doing some stuff. But she doesn't want to be on the camera. That could change. But she doesn't really want to be on camera, so it's mostly just me. Mostly. A couple of my videos, Kelly was in a couple of my videos. You might see her again in some of my other ones. No, Nicole doesn't have a link. She doesn't have anything up on a channel or anything like that. Yeah, funny. Don't get too funny. But she doesn't have a link or anything. She doesn't have no videos or nothing posted. She just comes in and she keeps an eye on the chat for me a little bit. Yeah. It's usually, that seems to be the way with a lot of the channels, isn't it? Is either the wife or the husband doesn't want to be on camera, but the other one is on all the time. Now, there's a few channels I watch that are like Senior Firewood and doing redneck things. They're both on the channel together all the time. But there's a lot of channels, it seems like all it is just one or the other one, not both. I gotta dig into this now. And I put my, where's my, hang on. Losing stuff, nobody in the basement. Nope. There we go, I got my little fork. Huh? This is not little. I have really big hands. This is Well, there's the can opener. Same here. I talk to myself all the time. Chef, if you put that up, I'm gonna kill you. I talk to myself all the time too. So for me to come on and sit out here and talk to a camera, at least it looks like I'm talking to somebody and not just sort of talking to myself all the time. That's the way I see that. First taste of the fish cakes. I know they're good. Don't you get excited. You won't stay up with me. You'll go to sleep. Trigger. Well, here's the deal, Chef. You gotta convince Devil Dog to stay on too. So there. Oh my God, guys. These are so good. Now, you know that's not true because you know when I'm on my live streams and stuff, I won't fall asleep. You've seen me sit up late on some of these streams and that. So there. So I'll just sleep a lot the day before. And when it's over, you won't wake me up for probably 2 days. I wish you guys could have some of these. Hi, Beverly. How you doing? Oh my God. I don't want to leave any. Hi, Vanessa. How are you? Thanks for stopping by, everybody. I don't think I've missed anybody. The chat's not moving too quick, so that's good. It's never nice it's never nice to miss anybody, even though, you know, there's been times that I have because I'm doing other stuff. Who knows what I'm like? I'm a little bit all over the place. I even do the same things in my videos. Glad you're doing okay. If you guys want to drop your link and drop it really quick, you can just type backstep, one word, in the comments and it will drop your link for you. Help everybody connect to each other. I'm going to be on here for probably a little under about an hour. And then I'm going to go and raid Dave Collier Camping. He's going to be going on live. Might have to make another mocha in a little while. Might need some more water. Should be good though. Was raining. It's kind of stopped a bit there now again. But that's the way it's been all day. It's been raining and stopping and raining and stopping. But it's been cooled off here all day. Yep. And this fire is pumping heat out like no tomorrow. Which is fantastic because it is a bit cooler here today. Just gonna get a couple of bigger ones in here and let these guys burn down because, like I said, I got lots of time. That should fill the place up with smoke for a little while. knows it will, because one of them got a lot of bark on it. I'll give him a couple little rings. All set for next time. That's my hanging tree. Hang with my cups and my pots and everything on there when I'm not using it. When it's full. Also got my little jug of drinking water. I'm going to add some water to this now and probably boil it again. Just so that it won't take as long when I do go boil it. I won't need any more water. I don't know what I'm thinking. I got lots of water here. I still got my canteen. It's still over half full, sure. Get that back on. Let's see this. One of the big things with those kettles and that, you just got to keep the, hey Jonesy, how you doing? Feel free to jump up on panel and drop your link by typing backstep, all one word. My link is pinned to the top. Anyone is welcome. I can have up to 6 people on here. I just got the free version. It is crazy when you get a lot of people in the chat rooms like that. It is so hard to talk. Your chat just zips by and you can't keep track of it at all. I know. I was in a couple like that. And it wasn't even that many on there. Like, I can't imagine having 5,000 people in there. Busy day today, Jonesy. What's time to go today? But 5,000 people in the chat? Oh my god. Sure, by the time you hit enter, it was gone. It had to be. Just zipping by so fast. How could they ever keep up with that? Oh, okay. Yeah, I usually log in on my phone for StreamYard. You don't have to have anything set up for StreamYard. You just log in and all it does is ask for access to your camera and microphone and you're done. Put in a name for yourself. Because I was worried about that the first time I joined up on the live streams too. I was thinking, oh god, I'm gonna have to download stuff and set it up. No, you don't have to do none of that. You never tried? Just click on the link and try it out. There's absolutely nothing to it. Nothing to it. Just getting organized, drive 2 hours to the radio station for a day's work. That is a long drive to get to work, my friend. That is a really long drive to get to work. 6:15 a.m. It's 5:47 p.m. here. So it's 5:45 in the evening here, and you are 6:15 in the morning. Yeah. I remember back when I was doing some computer gaming. I used to play a computer game with a guy and his son. Yeah, I did it on my phone all the time. It's no trouble at all. Go for it. I'll keep an eye for you popping up in the basement. But I used to play a computer game with a guy and his son from Australia. Yeah, you're a day ahead too, I know. And I'm still waiting on lottery numbers, by the way. But I used to catch in my mornings in my evenings, I used to catch his son in the mornings. And in my mornings, I used to catch the father in the evenings. So we used to keep working out that way. But it was pretty cool. It was pretty cool. I got to play games and chat with them. I was talking to them for years. I don't even remember now. It was so long ago. So long ago. But I wouldn't even be able to tell you where they were from. We didn't get in back then. You didn't get into anything like that on there. There was no real names or nothing like that ever given out or used or anything. But yeah, have a good day at work. I hope you have a good day at work for sure. Like I said, I'm just hanging out here waiting for Dave to go on. He's live. Got some food to cook up. Don't forget to drop your link now, Jonesy, so people can hook up with you and check out your channel. And Stone Wolf Outdoors is trying to set up to see if he can't jump up on the live stream with me. But it's what's the weather like down there now? Is it still really cold? We're at about 10 degrees here today. Oh, there we go. Hang on, I think he's in the basement. Yep. Stream. How are you doing? And thanks for coming up. Outdoors. Oh, you got to mute. You got to mute your YouTube. Mute your YouTube, but we're not getting the nickel on here. What's the weather like down there now? Is it still really cold? We're at about 10 degrees here today. Oh, there we go. Hang on, I think he's in the basement. Yep. Can you hear me?
Hey. How are you doing?
Good. Thanks for coming outdoors. Oh, you gotta move.
It's not the greatest cell connection where I'm at. Let me drop the sound here a little bit. There we go.
Yeah, your YouTube side is causing a little bit of feedback. There we go. So how are you doing? I know it's hard sometimes when you're out around. Cell service can get pretty bad in some areas. I'm just playing with some of the settings now. Sorry.
Same thing. Just kind of messing around.
Yeah. But yeah, like I said, there's nothing to setting up the StreamYard because I was worried about that at one point too, like joining in on people's lives. What am I going to have to do to set it up? And there was nothing to it. It was just putting whatever my name I wanted up.
It was easy. So, hard not to bounce the phone and the computer.
Sorry, go ahead. Do you got anything new coming up, or got anything on the go now, or?
Well, I got videos that I kind of stretched out, once a week kind of thing. Then I try to do an improv video once a week, and the content is all around the place. I mean, you're always on the back step, so. Hey, your content pretty consistent.
Yeah. I'm pretty consistently on my back step, yeah.
Yeah.
But, I do try to get out every now and again when I can.
Well, I mean, I'm full-time nomad now, which really shocks me. I didn't think the wife would go for it, and then one day she just said, how do you feel about selling the house and doing the camping thing full time? And it's like, I'm all in,
None.
And we've been doing this over a year now, so it's great. Like I said, right now I have a hammock set up in the back here, and I'm outside 24 hours a day, every day. We do travel in a motorhome, and that's basically the wife's house. You know, gotta have the key,
You got
gotta
the
have
great
the
outdoors, and
AC,
she got the
you
house.
know, got the luxuries. You know, I have not cooked inside in over a year. I mean, I cook outside full time. I have a propane fire pit because we're in a fire ban. I can't have a fire. So,
Yeah.
you know, before I left the house, I made a tripod for my forge in my forge, so I could grill and do all this stuff outside, which works just fine on a propane fire pit.
Yes. Yeah. The
You
propane
know,
fire pit and that are a must, especially if you're doing something like that, because you get into these times and stuff like that where you can't have fires, and you're in some places even that you go, you can't have fires. So
I mean,
it's
I'm
always good
in
to have that.
a pretty good campsite right now.
Oh, nice! Look at that.
I got him over there, hanging over there in the black, and then my son's hanging right there in the blue. You know, he just got out of the Navy, so he's kind of really loving the hammock. You know, it's way better than the bunk he had on the aircraft carrier.
From what I
mean,
hear and what I've seen, those are
but
some pretty tight quarters.
the wife, like, she bought him a cot, you know, so he could, you know, sleep on a cot. And I'm like, as soon as he got here, I'm like, hey, you want me to just set up my spare hammock for you? And he's like, hell yes.
Oh man,
so,
that's got to be good.
he enjoys that. I mean, he takes naps every day. He doesn't have to, you know, hey, he's fresh out of the Navy. 6 years as a nuke tech in there, and he got to see daylight once in a while. But
I just want some more too.
yeah, well, he got
Now
to travel.
That's an interesting thing to be at when you're on the aircraft carriers. He must have did quite a bit of training to get into that.
2 years. 2 years. I mean, he qualified, ranked at 99%,
Wow.
and then spent his 2 years in training, and then 4 years on the boat.
Wow.
And now he just wants out.
Yeah.
Official exit date is September 5th, I believe.
Nice.
Which is
Nice.
just kind of nuts. You know, he's out here camping with us. I mean, he's stationed in Norfolk, Virginia. Norfolk, something like that. But that's where he's stationed. He's like, well, I got to go back because I got to settle my house and car and stuff like that. And he's like, no, I'm coming right back. We're going adventuring.
That's great, though. That's great having him join you like that. And
yeah, I didn't think he would. I really didn't. I thought this lifestyle, you know, being always on the move, you know, the nomad thing, I thought would be a bit much for him. But no, he's all in.
The way I look at that, and it's probably the way he's looking at it too, is he spent so much time cramped up in an indoor little spot and probably not seen, like you said, never seen daylight hardly at all.
Yeah.
Now just to get outdoors is just, yeah, I'm going for it.
Yeah,
I'm not being barred up in anywhere no more.
At my computer right now, and he's got a I gave him a table just right next to me, and he sits over there, and yeah, the kid's addicted to Guitar Hero.
No.
So I got to listen to the thumping and the noise he makes on the guitar because he wears a headset.
Yeah.
I have no problem with that. It's just fun. I mean, it comes time to eat, and he's like, walks over because I have, lots of food. I've always been. I mean, before we moved out of the house, I had to get rid of a ton of food because I was for a year.
And I'm okay.
Now, he just walks over to me. And don't burn yourself. I have to burn myself. But my hands are pretty well tempered. know, working a forge, you know, for so many years working a forge, my hands don't care about heat so much, you know, and there's times where I'll hand the wife a plate of food. I don't
And it's
even
boiling
notice
hot.
it's flaming hot. Yeah. It's like, I don't even notice that, you know. She's like, okay, this is hot. Give me a pad.
I've done that a few times with things. I just reach down, I grab it, and I'll pick it up, and then I'll lay it down, and I'll say, that was hot.
Yeah, that was hot. I'm that way
Well, I
too.
learned my lesson with the fire for sure, because so many times, I always have my gloves, but there's so many times I just take my bare hand and poke it in there and start moving stuff.
I
And
haven't
I'm
used
after,
gloves in years.
yeah,
I mean, I spent 35 years as a carpenter. So I, you know, abused the shit out of my body.
yeah.
There's no doubt about that. And I had to retire at 50 years old. My body could not take what I was doing anymore.
That's a lot.
And
It's a lot when you're doing carpentry and stuff. That is a lot of hard manual labor work that
yeah,
is very unforgiving. Very unforgiving.
everything is heavy. Everything is hard.
Yep.
Uh,
And it's all tough on your
I
entire
broke
body, your
everything.
skin, your muscles, everything.
Yeah. I mean,
Oh, man.
as soon as I retired, I put on 20 pounds. And right now I'm working on quite of that. You know, change the diet.
Well, that's
you know.
something I did. That's something I did recently. I started working on losing a little bit of weight because my weight had shot up too, and
I was
this year I lost 50 pounds, so I'm very happy about that.
That's absolutely awesome that you've been able to do that much. I've knocked off 10 pounds and I'm happy. You know,
It
hey,
takes time.
next 10 I'll be happier. You know,
Yep.
and when I was a kid, I put on a backpack, you know, I got a really heavy expedition backpack and I'd load it. So I was hiking in 20, 25 pounds and then adding another 30 pounds to it. You know, now, you know, things have changed. We got titanium that we can use a lot for backpacking. And my backpack weight is dropped from, you know, 35 to 50 pounds down to almost, you know, what, nothing. I mean, my base weight is around 14 pounds on my pack. And it's like,
God, I wish I could get mine that way.
this is nuts. And I did a hike a couple of weeks ago. I think I just put the video out a little while back, where I was hauling out a bunch of garbage I found in the campground, and my ice chest failed on us. A propane ice chest failed on us, so we had a ton of meat that we couldn't get to. We couldn't eat it, so I had to hike all that out. And I used my expedition pack for hauling it out, and I about died. It's like, you know, it's only a couple miles to get out of the trailhead, and then a couple miles.
When you're not used to carrying that extra weight, though, it makes that much of a difference. Usually, when I goes, if you look at me on my videos, I got on my tactical vest and I has the pockets loaded up on that. So that vest alone is probably in the 10-pound range for the vest. Then in my backpack, just the vest. So then in my backpack, I always go heavy. Like a light load for me would probably be 20, 30 pounds.
Yeah, food and water, I'm right around there myself, you know, depending on the trip I'm taking. I mean, I know last summer I did a trip where I hiked up a river for 5 miles through the river, you know, walking on the sandbars when I could, but, you know, pretty much hiking up the river. I had a 35-pound pack, and it was nothing. I mean, the whole trip was nothing to me because I used to carry way more weight.
Yeah, and that's what I looks at with it. I mean, like, and my backpack is 85 liter, and just about every time I go, it's stuffed.
Yeah,
I mean,
I try to stick to my 65 liter because it limits me on space. But when I
Yeah.
actually load out for 3 days, I got tons of room still in that thing. Now, I used to
Oh,
bring
I wouldn't.
clothing.
When I went,
Oh man, I used to bring all kinds of clothing. No more.
I don't bring a lot of clothes. I just bring everything else. Like I went one time with my sister. I went for 4 days, and I was able to fit everything for 4 days on my 85-liter backpack. Now that included I took a crossbow with me for something to play with while I was there. But I mean, like you can just imagine the weight because my sleeping bag and my tent, none of it is lightweight stuff. It's all just regular camp gear.
Mine too. I mean,
Um,
I'm cheap. I'm very cheap on my
yeah,
gear. If
yeah,
it
that's
if
the way
that
I go
very
with it.
cheap product fails, I go up a couple dollars by the next cheap thing on the list. I
Yeah,
mean, I've been using a $30 hammock for I think almost 2 years now.
but
And
that's a big thing with the gear and that like that. Like people think, oh, you gotta buy this expensive piece of stuff. You don't, because if you buy something that's cheap and you look after it, it's gonna last you a long time anyway.
it does. It's one of those things that I don't get with a lot of people that they're like,
Yeah.
oh, you got to have this $700 tent. I got a $50
No, you,
freaking tent that works great.
yeah.
I mean, simple as that.
My tent, I got a $30 tent that's one man, and I think it was $50 for 4-man tent. And either one of them works just fine. Now, with the 1-man tent, usually I'll set, and even the 4-man tent, when I go out, I got a 10x10 tarp, and I'll set it over my tent just as the added barrier.
Always bring a tarp, no
Yep.
matter how I camp. I mean, I love the hammock every time because I sleep really good in the hammock. I mean, my beat up old body loves the hammock, but I'll always bring a tarp, even if I'm tent camping. If I don't need it for the tent, I need it so I'm not stuck in my tent. There's
Yep.
nothing worse than being out camping in bad weather and
And
you're stuck
just
in this little one-man tent. I want some room.
Jonesy says I hike with a car and a camp in motels. That's a good way to do it too. All the creature comforts of home. You're just finding them out in the wild.
Oh, I'm all about those creature comforts. You know, like I said earlier. You know, when I setting up my kid's pack, and I'm like, here's a camp chair, here's a camp table. And he's like,
Yeah.
are you kidding me? And I'm like, no, I'm not kidding.
Nope.
I got the same
There's a
setup.
table and the chairs. And
I mean,
that can make
the chairs are light, the tables are light. You know, what's a couple pounds? It really doesn't matter if the comfort becomes an issue. I mean,
no.
you get out to a campsite and it's like, I got to sit on a rock, I got to sit on the ground, I got to sit on a log. No, I'm bringing that 1.5 pound chair and I'm sitting on it. You know, my chair is 2.5 pounds because I got a pretty good sized chair. It's a high back and very comfortable. You know, I can kick my feet out and sit there.
I got one of the little ones. It's only about 1.5 pounds or so. But I mean, like, it's for the sake of the 1.5 pounds that you're adding to the backpack. Strap it on the outside, and you're good to go. And when you get to where you want to go, you got a nice, comfortable seat to sit in, rather than, like you said, trying to sit on a log or a rock or whatever. It can make that much more difference.
I carry a small sit pad. And most of the time I use that for when I'm starting a fire. I put my knees on it. You know, my body's pretty deep. So I go for that.
Here's the best of it.
It weighs nothing.
I got my camp set up down in the back. I goes down to my camp. I got a nice seat made out of wood. I got a nice bed made, which I got a layer of boughs and a layer of moss and another layer of ferns for sitting on. So it's all nice and soft and comfortable. And what do? I hauls out this little thin sit pad and lays it on the rock and sits on the rock next to the fire.
I mean, I did a camp out where I didn't take any luxuries. My pack was really light. like nothing on my back. And it was, I got 3 days of food, and I'm carrying a little bit of water because I'm up here in Washington. Water's everywhere.
Yeah.
And I think I was around, I don't know, 15, 16 pounds total. And it wasn't even like camping. I mean, it's like I lost the comfort that you want when you get to a campsite.
Yeah.
I didn't bring the camp shoes, which I will not ever do again. I mean, it's so nice to get to a camp, get those hiking shoes off,
Yeah.
and put on some sandals or flip flops or anything. Just let your feet relax.
Yeah.
And
Now,
people are like, oh, they weigh too much to carry with you, and it's like, no, that comfort
get a
outweighs
pair of Crocs.
everything.
Crocs weigh what? Crocs weighs less than my knife. There's nothing with
Yeah,
Crocs.
exactly.
They're just foam rubber, and they're as comfortable as I know what. Time on your bag, it doesn't matter if it gets wet.
Yeah.
So
And you
feel
watch
bit
a lot of
foam rubber.
backpackers, and they carry one little tiny utility knife. Victorinox knife. Well, I have one of those in my med kit. I carry a knife on my shoulder strap. I carry a knife in my backpack. I actually carry a neck knife also. So I've got, another
Multiple.
3 pounds and just blades. If I'm carrying the axe and the saw, it's adding more.
Yep.
And this time of year, I can't really do that, but, because we can't have the good fires or anything. But, comfort means more to me. If I have to struggle, whoop-de-doo. I've done it. I'm doing it again. I will struggle with whatever weight's on my back to do and enjoy the trip. I mean, we took this canoe trip, and it was, 2.5 mile canoe, and we loaded that canoe with a propane ice chest. I mean, each of us brought 2 backpacks fully loaded.
That's a lot to be lugging around.
We were comfortable.
But, yeah, it makes all that much more difference when you're trying to be comfortable out doing stuff. If you can take that extra bit. And I mean, like, the way I looks at it is, you know what? Okay, if I didn't have all of this stuff with me, maybe I'd get to my camp half an hour or an hour earlier. But if I can take the extra hour and bring the creature comforts with me,
yeah. I mean, a
I
lot
can
of
sit
people
down and be very comfortable. It's well worth it, in my opinion.
the camp chair is a big controversy. And it's like, are you kidding me? How is this even a subject? I mean, if you're through hiking or something like that, I kind of understand it. You don't want anything extra on you. But we're campers, man. We just go out and camp.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to spend another 3 or 4 pounds if I have to have that comfort without a problem.
Yep, for sure.
I'm not going to be doing my full, what is it? My average pace is 2.5 miles an hour.
Yeah. I don't know what mine. Mine is slow and slower.
And if I have to go down to 2, whoop-de-doo, If I have to stop every once in a while, take the pack off or sit on a rock and let it sag, I'm all for that.
That's what I usually do when I'm walking, like, and especially here where I'm at, to get up where I gotta go, I'm starting at 10 meters above sea level. And first, if you walked it without a pack, it'd probably take half an hour.
Right.
But the first half an hour, you go from 10 meters to 700 in elevation. So it's all like uphill.
Right.
You're literally climbing up a mountain. Well, I'll show you. Look. See the mountains on the other side?
Oh yeah.
See where that? Can you see where the houses are? I don't even know if you can see where the houses are.
Yeah, I can see right by the house there and see the hills.
Yeah. Well, I'm down on the bottom next to the water, and I have to go from where I am up to the top of those mountains before I hit any way of, and it's not level by no means, but I mean like any way of flat ground walking.
Right.
So when you're carrying a pack that weighs 60, 70 pounds,
Exactly.
counting my vest and everything. That's a lot of going.
Well,
Um,
you add the old body to that pack weight, and
yeah,
it
yeah,
starts after a while. And
it does.
I did a hike, and I did like 6 miles one time. I didn't film any of this one because I didn't want to. I didn't want the camera or any of that to deal with it, and which happens a lot, for me. I don't want to film all the time,
Yeah.
and I did this hike, and I had just my day pack with my my all my camera gear in it, and a little bit of food and a little bit of water, and I didn't use any of that camera gear,
Yeah.
not a bit of it. The food and the water I used, and it was like, this is nice. I got like a 7-8 pound pack, and I'm just hiking and having fun. That's why I never busted the camera out, because I'm just absolutely in. I was down in Southern California in the desert, and just enjoying
loving
it.
it.
Yeah,
That's another thing too that you got to take into account whenever you're doing anything is, what kind of camera gear am I taking? How much is that going to weigh? Because a lot of times I don't even count that into my pack weight at all. Like I got my big tripod
camera bag right here. This is oh, let's get it in the camera here. This is what I carry for camera gear. This is my day pack, and it weighs, I don't know, 8 pounds right now. There's some stuff I don't take with me, and a lot of stuff I do take with me. And I have no problems with the extra weight.
In the end of it, it's all worth it.
Yeah, the GoPro has simplified my life for filming quite a bit, because it is small, it is light. I carry a battery bank so I can recharge my batteries and everything else. But overall, it's like, okay, I carried this big old camera for many years. I still always carry the camera because I take a lot of photos. I don't share everything, but I take a lot of photos. And my wife's always, hey, you got to dump all those into the web so I can go through and look at all the photos you took while you're gone. She watches my videos, and she supports me 100% on what I do, even though I'm not really doing what I do for subscribers, same as you. I mean, we're both small channels, and I'm doing this to share, and mostly to share with my family. I think that's a big one. It's a record. No matter what happens, everything I've done is recorded, published, and out there to share for my children, my grandchildren, my great-great-grandchildren, if I'm still around for that, which I hope I am.
But even still, even if you're not around, which I hope you are, but even if you're not around for it, your videos still will be. Because they're here now. And
exactly.
They're here. Right? And I mean, like, the same thing, I've got about 3 years worth of videos that are recorded and never published on here. From when I was doing stuff long before I started my channel. Like building in my camps and that I got down in the back.
I
never ever published none of that.
The amount of stuff I have in content compared to what I publish is just crazy.
Yep.
I publish here and there because I want to. But like I told the wife the other day, I got a 10 terabyte hard drive hooked up to my computer out here, and it's half full. But yet I've only published maybe half, a quarter, of what I have content.
Yeah.
There's times that nope, I don't want to share this. I'm had too much fun, or I may had too much alcohol. I'm not sharing that. Simple as that.
People don't need to see this.
I go on. Some of the adventures I've gone on, I will not share. I filmed them. I share them with my wife because she's not an outdoors person. So she doesn't care for the hiking or the backcountry camping or any of that kind of stuff. Which I have no problem with. You know, I've tried to convince both of my boys to this is fun. This is absolutely fun. They grew up camping, you know, glamping, I should say, not camping, but glamping, you know, which is where I'm living now. Is I'm glamping with a motorhome here. You know, it's not just me in a backpack, and I do that, the me in the backpack, as often as I can. You know, right now I'm glad I'm not out hiking at 90 degrees.
No, I don't say. That's too warm. That stopped me a couple of times too. The temperature shot up here by quite a bit, and I was like, no, it's just I can't go. It's just too hot. You suffocate when you're walking.
Yeah, I mean, I did camp trips in February every year. And
my wife says glamping, she'll do, yeah.
And
I bet you will. I'll be the same way. She'll have the camper, and I'll be outside all the time.
I mean, I live outside. I don't live in the motorhome. There's been a couple of campgrounds we've been in that I couldn't set up a tent or a cot or anything outside. Didn't have the room. But we never stayed there long, so I'd have to sleep in the motorhome for a couple days. What do you do? You know, I can live with that. Otherwise, yeah, I'm outside anyway, unless I'm sleeping. And it's over a year now that we've been doing this. And I've spent most of that year outdoors, good, the bad, the ugly. The Santa Ana winds are no joke, man. Down in Arizona, the Santa Anas. Whoa, wow.
I need my poking stick, and it's under my table.
Be over there where you are, though. Gosh.
It'd be
over there in Newfoundland having a good time.
What's that?
I'd love to be where you are.
Yeah, it's nice here, but it will be hard to do the all year round outside here, I think, because it's the winters would be the problem. I wouldn't mind going, leaving in the spring and coming back late in the fall. But when we get into our snowfalls and that here, it can get really, really bad.
Well, I came back this year in April, and then in March, I came back, and then in April we had snow.
Yeah.
And it was like, we should have stayed in Arizona another month.
Yeah, just give it time to go away.
Yeah. But, you know, this right now, this is peak time in Washington. End of August, September is our hot season. And as anybody goes and they Google fire maps, they can see that, you know, California is on fire, Eastern Oregon is on fire. Washington will be burning pretty good pretty soon. And it's normal, but kind of sad too.
It is. It is.
A lot of those fires are not natural.
No, they're preventable, and that's what makes it sad. Some of them are natural, some of them get started by lightning and stuff. That's unavoidable, but some of them are very much avoidable fires, and that's a sad thing. That's one of the reasons why they put in bans. We just had a large fire out in Central that put a lot of towns on evacuation here in Newfoundland, and I believe it was started by a preventable thing. It was an old campfire or something someone had started that got on hand. I can't stress enough to people how important it is to be safe with fire and be careful and really pay attention to what you're doing and make sure your fires are well out and don't take it for granted.
I'm in a campground now that has a fire ban. There is not a state camping fire ban. You can have a designated fire pit and have a fire. I had a guy camping right next to me, started a fire up, and I walked over and I said, "Hey, you know, there's a fire ban in this campground. You can have zero fire." He ignored me. Next thing you know, the Rangers come, he's gone. They put the fire out. The Rangers put the fire out. the camp. Not, I mean, and after talking to a couple of the rangers, we get 2 or 3 of those a day. And I'm like, they got a big sign when you come into the campground: no wood fires, none.
Yeah.
This camping trip I'm going on the river, there's no fires allowed. So I'm going to bring my small wood burning stove, you know,
Yeah.
you can't have a raging fire and do the normal fun cooking. So I'm going to have to do everything on a small wood burning stove. And the ranger comes down and complains that I got a 4-inch stove. Come on.
I got a little twig
It's a
stove that I
Roy
take.
Tory.
It's only like this big. And that's usually what I think that's the issue. But I mean, like, I'm here on my step, and like I said earlier, there's a big, huge container of water there beside me with about, oh God, I wouldn't even guess. But there's a 5-gallon bucket next to it. That thing's probably got about 20 gallons of water in it. And then the 5-gallon bucket of water. Plus, I got the 4-liter jug here. I've got my drinking water, and I also have my fire extinguisher.
Oh, nice.
You know. So
yeah, I have one of those right inside the door of the motorhome if I need it.
If
and luckily, I've not needed it.
Right, and that's something that I try to stress. Oh my God! Hey Gary, how you doing? I'm going to be on here for about 5 minutes more, and then we're going over to Dave's. I wish you had gotten in earlier. Type in and do this too. Type in Backstep, everybody, and drop your links now so that people can connect with you and find your channels. All one word, Backstep, and that will drop your link in the chat room. But yeah, I can't stress enough how important it is to be safe with fire when you're out, guys. It just makes for good camping, and it just makes sense to be safe about it, because
where you are, your country doesn't burn every year. You know,
no, but they still put in fire.
Where I am here in Washington, it burns.
Every year you gotta burn out.
And it happens every year.
It's sad. It is. It's sad. And I mean, like, the preventable part of it is what's really sad. And I know some of them burn themselves out, but it can take a lot of force with it before it burns itself out.
Yeah.
It's got into work. Haven't quite done enough to get on.
You know, there's nothing worse than going out to a burned out area.
Yeah. Well, hopefully, Gary, you'll be able to hop up on Dave's live with us. I know my live is on a bit early. I went on earlier than Dave. He'll be on in less than 5 minutes now. So,
You got a link to that?
I'm going to look there now and see if I can't get a link for Dave's channel. Bear with me for a second there, guys. Oh, why is that doing this? Stop.
It's all good as long as you don't catch your beard on fire.
Yeah, I've done that. I leaned in to go blow on the fire one time, and when I got up, there was all this part right here was all singed up. I was like, no! Oh no! So now I'm always like this when I'm going to do anything with the fire.
Yeah. I understand that feeling. I mean, I've been really close to burning my face off.
Oh, I've gotten flankers and that in my face, and it's not nice.
No.
Why is he saying that popping up? Usually it pops up when I types in D. It usually just comes up Dave Collier. This time I had to type in his whole name. I don't know why.
I don't see anything yet popping up.
No, I got his link here now. Hang on. This is his channel. There we go. And he'll be on in about 3 minutes. He's usually pretty good and pretty consistent on his time. So he should be on in about 3 minutes, and we'll be up for about 2 hours. And if you go to join his live stream, you won't have to do anything now. Just hit join, and your name and that you got in here should all be saved in StreamYard, so you don't have to do nothing anymore.
Nice.
So that's one of the good things about it.
Well,
I said I'd let you know.
I think it's great that you've done this. Not many people do. I'm one of them that doesn't do it very often. I don't think I've live streamed since I was in the sand dunes in Oregon, which was fun.
Well, like I said, once I got
fun to do.
Once I got doing it, I kind of took off with it a little bit. That's not going to stop me from putting out my regular Monday videos, but it is nice to be able to come up and talk face to face with you guys, and just to get that more personal connection. Right?
I mean, I've been following you for close to a year now.
It's
Instagram and here. Always watching your posts, watching your videos, and it's like,
what do you think
it is nice to do this? The interaction thing is you get a little bit from the chat. You always do.
Yeah.
But this kind of chat is way better. I have to look into more information and set this up when I'm doing live streams also, which, like I said, is not very often.
If you want to learn things about these lives, join the panels like this. That's how I learned how to do it. I just joined. I was on so many different live streams before I done my own. It wasn't even funny. And just by joining those panels, that's what made all the difference in the world. It really did. But I'd like to say
keep an eye out for that for sure.
Yeah, I'd like to say thanks to everybody for joining me. Dave Collier's pop-up just came up, so he's on live right now. So if you're in the room watching right now, guys, jump on over onto Dave's live and tell him you're Raiden from Al Chase Backstep, and we're all just going to jump on there and give him a huge hello and a shout out, even if you've only got a minute. So bye, everybody. Thanks for joining me, and thanks for coming up on panel. It's really nice, like I said, to actually get to talk to you and see everything that's going on.
For sure. Probably see you over at Dave's.
Oh, for sure. You definitely will. Okay.
All right, I'm out.